excellent hit. You know, he has really hit the ball very well. And I'm not just saying that because his possible high school coach is sitting next to me, but he has really hit the ball well for California San Diego here in this first game of this match. 12-10, Rainbows, 2 hits. That's a carry. And that's a point for UC San Diego.
How about UCSD hanging around here with this Bow team? They really got to give them credit.
Yep, serving for UC San Diego. Talamoa serving Stewart. Shot out. Stewart hit that ball, and the whole California San Diego team froze. They just watched it. Jason Olive now will serve for the Rainbow Men. Yap to Ferguson. And that is a bad set by Ferguson. He admittedly says, hey, it was my fault. O'Brien just couldn't get anything on it. 13-11. Olive serving again. Kremser. That's off of Stewart and into the crowd. That will be side out for San Diego. Into the game for San Diego, number 11, Nate Freested, a freshman, 6'2", from Lake Oswego, Oregon. Freested, another freshman, and he will serve. Jump serve. Iliamu, Talamoa, this is Stewart. That's off the block. Great save by Freested. They battle at the net. O'Brien cannot get it over, and it hits the floor. Side out, Hawaii.
We see the replay. Freested making a great diving save to keep that rally alive. Ball stays in, and Bows finally finish the point.
Talamoa serving. And O'Brien. O'Brien hit that one to deep space 9.
I asked Rod Wild about him before the game. He said he's fearless. He's played against all the great beach players. He graduated with a bunch of hot shot Division I volleyball players. He'll play against anybody and never gets intimidated at all.
Ferguson trying the jump serve, puts it into the net. 13 for Hawaii, 11 for UC San Diego. Serving for the Rainbows is Stewart. Down the line, Yap bumps it to Ferguson. Kremser off the block and out. Side out, California San Diego.
Kremser again averaging about 3 kills a game, comes up with his 8th here in game 1. He's got 2 games worth already, almost 3.
Slapping serve by O'Brien. And they scramble, can't get it. That was a real fortunate happening for Hawaii. Bad set by Talamoa. Biliamo couldn't do anything with it. Did get it over and put it in a spot where San Diego had a difficult time in trying to handle it. Dale serving. And there was Jason Olive, and it will be aloha ball for game 1.
Excellent serve that time by Vail, forced Yap into an overpass. Olive converted. Game ball, Hawaii.
Vail down the line. Yap. Ferguson will go back to Yap. Rainbow block is up. Kremser back to Ferguson. Back to Kremser. Little touch. Rainbow men now with the advantage. Could this be game 1? No. Stewart puts it into the net. Side out. UC San Diego. Kerr comes back in for Freested. And also into the game, number 1, Taylor Smith. 5'11" setter from Pasadena, California. He comes in for Minahan. So Smith will now serve. That front line is Kerr, Yap, and Kremser for UC San Diego. Smith serving, good serve. Talamoa sets, pressure, gets that ball down in front of O'Brien. So aloha ball again in game 1 for the Rainbow men. They lead 14-11. Pressure will serve. Jump serve. Smith is there, but a bad hit by Ferguson. And that's the end of game 1. Rainbows win at 15-11. We'll be back for game number 2 in this match in the sauna-like confines of Clum Gym right after the
one. Hawaii hitting 500 to UCSD's 327, the most significant statistic. But how about UCSD? They normally hit 113, so they tripled their batting average. in one game and really hung in there with the Bows. 11 digs to 15. The Bows again showing their size. 3 blocks to 1. Rainbow's much bigger than the UCSD team, but a game well played by both sides. And in game 2, let's see if San Diego can hang in there again.
Victor Talamore, there's one of the great haircuts of all time on Brad Schmidt, who has come into the game. We'll explain that as Kremser gets the side out, puts it right by Brad Schmidt. That's his famous, he's calling it his famous eggshell haircut. He says, you know, when you look at cartoons and you see the little birds or the little ducks, they're just born and they come out of the shell and they have the shell on top of their head. He says, that's the kind of effect that I wanted to have. So that's his famous eggshell haircut.
I wonder if he got it done on Easter Sunday.
I have no idea.
Part of some egg hunt.
Minahan gets the side out for UCSD. Minahan serving here in game 2. Rainbows winning the first game 15-11. Biliamu. Oh, the block was there. Kerr went up along with Yap.
Well, UCSD getting on the board quickly again here in game 2, ahead 1-0.
Alamo a short set. Again, the block was there, but this time the ball went out. Side out for the Rainbow men. Serving will be Vale. Ferguson goes to the back row. O'Brien gets it over. Advantage now. Hawaii. Talamoa to Prusho.
Oh my, what a rocket off Prusho's right arm. Right down the line. It's what they call a red set. It's a fast set right out to the antenna. Middle blocker goes up. Outside blocker gap cannot get up in time. Prusho kills it.
Kremser, and the block by Brad Schmidt was there. Famous eggshell haircut. May start a trend. Dale will serve. I admire anyone who can do that. Ferguson goes cross court to Yap, but he bombs it long, and it is 2-1 Rainbow men here in game 2.
Not a bad idea when you're mismatched 6 feet to 6'6", as Prusho was in the block there. Aim high hands and hope you get a fingertip.
That time Bale put it into the net. He's had some trouble with that tonight. Your car is your star player. To help keep it performing its best, try high-quality Chevron gasolines with Tequaline. Chevron, simply smarter. Jump serve, Kremser that hit the tape. We'll go back to the other way to the Rainbow men. Rainbow's up 1-0 in this match against UC San Diego. Serving Mark Prusho, that jump serve. That will come over by us. And that's a point. 4-1 Hawaii. And Prusho will again jump serve. Try to put the pressure now on UC San Diego. Another great jump serve. That will be returned. Talamoa short set. Brad Schmidt.
Bow starting to pick up some steam now, Jim, on the power of Mark Prusho's right arm. Remember earlier this year he set the single game record for the Bows, I believe, or single match record. I believe he had 8 service aces in the match. Certainly it is one of the best, if not the best, collegiate jump serve in the country.
Yap will now serve for UC San Diego. 1 serving 5 here in game number 2. The Rainbows off to a very fast start in game 2. Biliamu, Talamoa backs at Prusho down the middle, and Prusho gets the side back. Prusho really beginning to have his Whoompa shot working tonight.
You get the feeling that he wants to put a big fat exclamation point on his career. Here he hits out of the back middle position. He hits all 6 positions, by the way. He's that versatile.
O'Brien, and O'Brien hits that right at Stewart, and Stewart could do nothing but get his hands up. And it will be side out for UC San Diego. Serving will be Kerr. Tyson Kerr, 6'6". He's out of San Diego, California. 1 serving 5 here in game 2. Stewart bumps it to Talamoa, back to Stewart. Block was there, but the block went out.
Actually, I think that ball caught the line, Jim.
Oh, it did. All right.
San Diego.
2 serving 5. Kerr again serving. Talamoa back sets pressure from the 10-foot line. He was flying from that 10-foot line.
What made it easier is that Talamoa made a beautiful back set, faked out the block. Both blockers go up with the middle hitter right here. They both go up, and look at Presho's out there all by himself. That's a big no-no in college volleyball. Never leave the most powerful hitter on the other team with no blockers up. You've got to at least protect your back row, if nothing else.
Brad Schmidt serving, and that floats long.
What a great addition Brad
Brad
Schmidt's been to this team, Jim, from Long Beach City College. And unfortunately, he's going to be going back to the mainland next year, even though he has another year of eligibility. No major that fits his interests here at the University of Hawaii. So he's going to go back and resume studies on the mainland. That'll be a big loss for the Bows.
I would suggest poultry or animal husbandry or something like that. It's got to be something. Agricultural Extension Service. Kremser. That's off the block and out. And that side out for UC San Diego. 2 serving 5 here in game number 2.
Is that where one of the requirements would be having an eggshell due to get into class?
Well, probably. I mean, it shows his interest, definitely. Want to keep him here. So Brad Stewart will now serve. You know, that's interesting, though, because when you talk about volleyball, they can do that. Because most of these players, they are playing really to get an education. And if the major isn't there, they can go.
That's right.
That's a point for the Bows. Mark Presho. He's becoming dominant here in game number 2. Stewart serves an ace. 7-2 Hawaii in game 2. Timeout call by UC San Diego, and we'll call 1-2. Opening the first game 15-11. Brad Stewart serving from far away. Excellent serve. O'Brien to Ferguson. The touch at the net, and Minahan able to get it down in front of the Rainbow defense. So side out for UC San Diego. Matt Minahan, 6'5" freshman serving. Not enough. Side out Hawaii. And Craig Vale from Sydney, Australia will serve. Team captain, and relishes the role. Says it is an honor to be the captain of this team. Kerr slaps it over and hits the tape. That throws the Rainbow defense off. It gets in. That'll be side out for UCSD. We take another look.
Kerr at 6'6" picks up his 9th kill of the night. Gets a little favorable tape action there as Vale comes up short.
Kremser. See what he will do here with his serve. Liliana move to Talamoa and Brad Schmidt. Humpty Dumpty's it over the net.
Humpty Dumpty. Well, you never stop. It's the little chicky-doo haircut, eggshell, Humpty Dumpty.
Good serve by a good save by Viliamo. Presho. Kremser saves. Ferguson back to the middle. O'Brien gets it over. Advantage now Hawaii. Talamoa. Viliamo with the touch, and Larson able to get it to the floor.
That time Ron Wild up off the bench. He says when there's one blocker up, middle blocker's got to go get that ball. Kerr late going for that ball in the middle of the court. Viliamo might meantime smart play to hit for that open spot.
Serving is Presho, 8, serving 2 here in game 2.
See Hawaii's brain trust there. Adam Lockwood, former UH All-American, and Mike Wilton putting their heads together to form a dynamic duo this year. They've had a good year.
Presho jump serve. Kremser to Ferguson goes cross court. Yap, and Yap is rejected. Or he's not, excuse me. That will be side out for UCSD.
Off the block and out of bounds.
Yap has played well. Schmidt to Presho. That will be returned. Ferguson short set. That time for Kerr, but he puts it into the cords. Side out for Hawaii, and Viliamo will serve. for the Rainbow. They lead 8-2 here in game 2. Able to win game 1 15-11. Bad pass. Ferguson trying to ad-lib. O'Brien gets it over. Advantage now Rainbow men. Stewart. That's a point. It is 9-2 Rainbow men. Larson Villiamu will serve. Into the game, Taylor Smith, number 1. He appeared briefly in game 1. He is back here in game 2. Villiamu will serve for the Rainbows. Smith, bad hit, goes into the crowd. And that's a point. It is now 10-2. How difficult is it to come off the bench? All of a sudden you're presented with the serve, and then you have to come up with the hit.
It's very difficult, Jim. As a coach, I always will signal to my server, serve the sub, and certainly that time the Rainbow staff did the same thing. They picked on Taylor Smith right away, and he shanked the ball in the stands. They know how tough it is to come in and pass or do anything well right away. You need a couple points to get into the game, and I'm sure that both Wilton and Lockwood had signaled that to their server.
Kremser able to get the side back for UC San Diego. Kerr will serve for the Triton just over the net. Villiamu punching the ball over as Stewart. Kremser. Block went off of Brad Schmidt.
San Diego refusing to go away here. Nice little jump set by Ferguson. Gets it back to Kremser. Kremser having a good night. 12 kills already. 25 attempts. He's hitting .325.
Prusho ends all doubts. Wumpa. That's a Wumpa shot. Here's the Wum part, and there's the paw part. 10 serving 3, but that time Brad Schmidt serves it long. Ferguson will serve. The more conservative of the people here, no doubt, are wondering what the kind of haircut is that on Brad Schmidt? Did he fall asleep at the barber? I mean, what is that? But we know, and we're passing it along. The crowd here at Clum, however, rather perplexed by the haircut of Brad Schmidt.
I just hope he's taping it. He's getting so much airtime out of you tonight. This is like the Brad Schmidt show.
That is a point for the Bows. Good block that time. Prusho was up on the block. 11-3. Talamoa now will serve for Hawaii. Victor gets it over. Kremser. Good dig that time by Schmidt. Ferguson back sets. And Kremser able to get it down. That will be side out for UC San Diego. Player from each team will be honored at the end of tonight's match for going beyond the call. GT Hawaiian Tel will make a contribution for scholarships to the University of Hawaii. Talamoa, quick set, that time to Craig Vale. He's able to get it down in front of Minahan. So the Rainbow men will serve Brad Stewart. As you look at Mike Wilton, the coach of Hawaii. Into the game for the Tritons comes Matt Brigham, 6'4" junior from Lake Forest, California. Brigham will now serve for UC San Diego. Stewart bumps it to Talamoa. Villiamu. Side out, Rainbow.
Well, Larson making the most of his starting role tonight, his 10th kill. In 13 attempts, he's hitting .615. Larson on fire tonight.
Craig Vale serving. Smith to Ferguson, quick set, but the Rainbows will return that bad pass. Bad pass. Now that's side out for UC San Diego.
I think somehow Brad Stewart must have thought that Victor Talamoa was Carl Lewis because he shot that ball right to the net. Talamoa had no chance to get there in time. That's a better pass from Stewart.
And a miss hit by Brad Schmidt. So that's a point for UC San Diego, it is now 4 serving 11. Kremser, who has been a fourth for UC San Diego, serving. Viliamu to Talamoa. Presho.
Well, even with just a standing jump, Mark Presho at 6'6" is an imposing force up front. Powerful right arm. If he puts his mind to it, he could, I think, play with the national team someday. Look at that jump serve. That might be worth it to have a guy like that on the national team, just who can hit the ball that hard with that much force, pick up an ace or two per game. Here's we see perfect form. He tosses the ball into the court, jumps from the 30-foot line, which is the end of the court, and hits it as if it's a spike. Here he does it again. Very difficult to pass that ball, Jim, I'm telling you.
Well, he really has it going. He has been the force here in game 2. Rod Wild of UC San Diego calls a timeout. 13 for Hawaii, 4 for UC San Diego.
There we
Another jump serve. It is 14-4.
Presho with his 5th service ace of the night. He's well on his way to breaking his own record of 8.
Well, Aloha Ball game 2 jump serve. That is hit badly. It is out. That's a point. The Rainbows win game 2. And Mark Presho has been overwhelming in game 2.
At Panasonic, we never...
Sunday night, Fox 13 presents the Mike Wilton Show. If you have a question or comment for Coach Wilton, pick up your phone and give us a call. The number is 296-1313 on Oahu, neighbor islands. You can call toll-free 1-800-232-6464. The lines will remain open for 2 hours following tonight's match. Plan to be with us for the Mike Wilton Show Sunday night at 10 on Hawaii's very own Fox 13.
Number 2, UCSD versus Hawaii. The big story of game 2, aces by Mark Presho. Look at, they lead 7-0. Presho has 6 of the aces. That's unbelievable. Hawaii hitting 500, UCSD 273. Again, UCSD not playing all that badly when they could pass the ball up, but Presho didn't give them any chances.
Rainbow's going for the sweep here in game number 3. They lead it 2 games to none, 15-11, 15-4. We begin game 3. Good save by Yap. At least he got his hand on it, but the ball went into the crowd. Side out Hawaii. Into the game for Hawaii is Sean Scott. He is serving for the first time. And Minahan able to get the side back for UC San Diego. University of Hawaii men's volleyball camps in 1993. They will have 2 camps, one from June 30th to July 3rd, the other from July 21st to the 24th. Good block there.
In terms of that time, starts out with a roof on Masui Allen. Masui back in the game. Been giving up some playing time to some seniors tonight. Oh, nice play by, oh, what a play by Viliamu that time. Very difficult roll shot there. Boy, it's Viliamu's night. That's his 11th kill with only 2 errors. He's hitting .643. Watch what he has to do. The play off the net by Talamoa. Good save. And Viliamu just snaps his wrist cross court and gets the kill.
Tough angle. Yap. That went off of Brad Schmidt. But out. 1-0. UC San Diego. We're talking about the men's volleyball camps. And the number is 956-4505. 956-4505 for more information.
Time.
That's a double hit.
I wonder if that's the eggshell set, possibly. Looked like it cracked off his hands there.
With that haircut, though, he could certainly play exciting basketball or a volleyball, even basketball.
And when he played it, he could even be ecstatic.
Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, bad pass, and Kremser was there. And Kremser's eyes got as big as saucers when he hit that, because he knew he was presented a gift. I mean, that was a Magi shot. Kerr roofs. Can't roof a cover boy like that. Jason Olive stares back through the netting.
A lot of publicity on Olive this week about his off-the-court modeling career.
Masui Allen. We were wondering whether or when Masui Allen was going to play tonight. He has finally made himself known. 5-0 UCSD here in game 3. Diliamo serving. O'Brien. Ferguson gets it to Yap. That's blocked. Minahan is there. Ferguson goes back to Yap. That's long. That's a point for the Bows. First point here in game number 3. Rainbows winning the first game 15-11. The second game 15-4. Prussia, the big force in that second game. Just over the tape. Excellent serve by Diliamo. Kremser able to solve the block that time between Olive and Masui Allen, and Kremser now will serve for the Triton.
How about Kremser's major at UCSD? Biochemistry and cell biology.
Masui Allen.
Masui starting to get warmed up now. Look at that. Ball hits the ground before he even comes down, showing his jumping ability.
Ferguson setting from his knees for Kremser. Kremser pumps it wide. That's a point for the Rainbow Men. It is now 2-5 here in game number 3. Masui Allen serving again. That went off of O'Brien. Kremser saving, and Yap gets it over. Advantage now, Hawaii. Talamoa goes cross court. Sean, that time, Sean Scott, and 4 hits by UCSD. That's a point for Hawaii. 3-5.
Saw a quick shot of Rod Wild there, the fiery redhead, former Olympic player, national team player for the United States. Will be rejoining the national team next month in San Diego. Will be dropping his job with the San Diego Tritons and be playing with will be coaching with the national team.
That's into the net by Diliamo. Side out for UCSD, and serving now will be Yap. 5-3 here in game 3. UCSD down 2-0 in this match. Jason Olive off of the short set by Talamoa.
Victor Talamoa has really improved as a setter. He's delivering the ball better to his hitters. Good set distribution.
That's a point for the Bows. That was a perfect serve. I mean, it was just a micrometer over the tape. Another one by Jason Olive. Kremser, that's blocked but out. Both Scott and Schmidt were up on the block, but it went off their hands. Side out, 5-4 Kerr. Tyson Kerr now serving for UC San Diego.